ты мне скажешь 1 минуту, когда придет или нет?
Да.
Окей. У тебя есть там какой-то таймер или что?
Сейчас. Окей, I think... No? Okay, so I think we can start, yeah.
Okay. Hello, dear guys. So we're super happy to invite you for our next interview. And today we have an amazing guest who has been a student of Karazin National University and who now is working as a doctor. So welcome, Samir. Could you please shortly introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Samir. I was a medical student in Karazina in Kharkiv, and I studied there general medicine. And later I continued specialty with ophthalmology in Gershman Hospital in Kharkiv also. And I want to tell you what firstly let me get attracted to this university and let me be interested in starting to learning medicine in Karazina is first of all I think its location while because Karazina it is in center of city of Kharkiv and surrounded by it surrounds Freedom Square with very big buildings. It looked like a castle or some historical building. It's a very nice building, very architecturally well designed, and of course the employees also teachers, doctors, very professional. Yeah, that's why I choose to learn in this university. Yeah, you are hearing me good, yeah?
Yeah, we are hearing you good.
Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Thank you for sharing your ideas. And how did you get to know about the Karazin National University for the first time? Thank you for sharing your way. We know why you decided to do it like this, but how did you get acquainted with this idea in general?
Oh, first, when I decided to travel to leave my country and travel to learn medicine, I was like after high school directly. I was 18 years old. I didn't have much information about Ukraine and the way it is university how there, and I like it. I just told you like it attracted me first how it looks, and I started. I studied in English language because was available, and I knew about Karazin that is well known in European countries. Like relation with another European university is good, and yeah, it's high level knowledge there.
Maybe did
And
anybody of your friends or acquaintance learn in Karazin National University as well?
actually, I don't know nobody before who was studying in this university, like especially in this university. I just feel curious to find out which one fit for me the best, and I was happy I chose Karazin. I was glad.
Okay, so can I ask you another question? So I'm Alexei, I'm a co-host of this interview. Sorry for introducing me only now. So, had you been learning the Ukrainian language before you decided to study at our Karazin National University, or maybe Russian or some other language?
Uh, yeah, in our time in 2007, 2010, first year I came to Ukraine. Yeah, it was like more Russian language teaching us in university. I wish I had learned Ukrainian, but in our times that was different like now. But I studied also in English, medical student, medical learning in English was.
Okay, thank you for answering. So, as we understood, it was not really important for you to learn Ukrainian language because you could communicate with everybody with the usage of English, yeah, and it was more than enough for you.
Yeah, I learned also Russian language, good knowledge, but Ukrainian we didn't have like special language subjects for Ukrainian language. Like I wish I have learned Ukrainian. Unfortunately, I didn't.
Okay, okay, thank you for sharing. And why did you choose Ukraine as a country for education? Did you maybe manage to travel around Ukraine because you mentioned that you had been traveling before you started learning at Karazin National University? Did you visit anything else instead of Kharkiv, except of Kharkiv?
Yes, of course, I visited a lot of cities in Ukraine, Odessa and Kiev. But Kharkiv is the best for me was ever. But about Ukraine, it is like well known in our country that a lot of doctors learn medicine in Ukraine and became doctors. And we have some people we know also, like personally, they were in this field of inviting students to learn medicine in Ukraine. Yeah,
Okay,
that's why I chose Ukraine.
okay, so sorry. Was it difficult to study in our university on your specialty? Maybe some issues that you don't know, or maybe you want to describe it now.
Like I think it is no at all. In general, I was very satisfied in my study in Ukraine. I am very like happy. I did it there. I never had regrets or something. For me personally, yes. I finished. I started at 18 years old directly, and I finished at 24 years old. I got my diplomas. I passed my exam in my country. I start specialty, and now I'm in Germany doing also my diploma recognition. And besides Karazin, I was have a good chance in Germany, as I told you, and European countries to students from Karazin can recognize their diploma here much better than other. Not so simple, but they have a good chance, you know.
Oh, we are proud to hear it as a Karazin students.
Yeah,
Yeah, did I
yeah,
understand you correctly that as soon as you finish, as soon as you graduated from Karazin National University, you were also supposed to prove your diploma in your native country? Yeah, did you come back and
yeah.
did you prove it there?
Yes, of course. I passed exams from first try, and that was very successful. Yes, I did it. And my brother also is a doctor, is a dermatologist. Also studied, uh, and the same way now. Yeah, we are both proud and good.
Yeah, thank you for sharing it. We're super proud to hear that like the education is quite well and that you managed to pass exams from the first try. I think that it was super difficult for you and it took a lot of efforts. But you know, when you're a doctor, like people rely on you and uh, they believe you because you are the only one person who can help them. So we're so proud of you and we're so proud of the students who we have in Karazin National University. It's
Mhm.
such a pleasure to hear that this knowledge they're actually useful. And yeah, thank you for sharing with
You're
us
so
as well.
welcome. Nice to meet you, and I hope peace will be soon in Ukraine, and Karazina will continue graduate medical doctors and all sort of specialty. Or not only medicine. Karazin is well known for a lot of high degrees. See.
You know, but we have a small tendency when different students, not only from Karazin National University, but also from other different universities in Ukraine, they usually tell that, you know, knowledge that professors provide in different universities, they are not really applicable to real life. They are more theoretical. So what do you think about this point? Did you receive theoretical or practical knowledge?
Uh, I can think. Okay, like general medicine in university is not like enough for a doctor to practice his real life challenge, and the doctor need a lot of more continue sub sub studying and practicing. Yeah, but it is good. It can give a good base for him, good confidence for a student to start his career, and you know, in Karazina, I felt it like it is special from other universities in Kharkiv. Like it is, you feel it. Students are more less stress and like more happy, you can say, and more. yeah, like enjoying their studies. I never saw that in another a lot of universities. That was so special in Karazina, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, and this atmosphere, this community, when you have a lot of students, when you have a lot of additional activities like some meetings, or I don't know, any specific activities that our students' environment also had a tendency before they were organized. And now, like, they are also trying to do their best and they're trying to create some online activities or something like that. Yeah, so I also like Karazin National University, especially because of this feeling of community when you're a part of the university, and like the university is something that
Mhm.
can provide you with additional benefits as well. So, do you have any specific experience? Maybe you had also participated in like additional events that the university had been organizing.
Mm, like not so a lot of adventures outside the city. I didn't used to go a lot with these events. I knew they make it. Yeah, yeah. I enjoy anatomy classes. Anatomy classes was for me cool, little bit.
Okay, you maybe just didn't
And,
have enough time because you were studying, you were so involved into this process of receiving information. Yeah.
yeah, you can say so.
Okay, I agree with you as well.
and maybe
Alexei,
okay, maybe one of Karazin special question. Do you miss about our Kurinichi near the Karazin University?
Sorry, I can you
Do you
repeat
miss
your
about the
question?
cafe Nate Kurinichi near the
Ah,
Karazin University? It's a student cafe
cafeteria.
mostly. Yeah, a cafeteria and
The
near it,
cafeteria. Oh,
maybe
so
some
cool.
cafe near
I
the Karazin.
remember. Yeah, I used to eat a lot from Salovaya in Karazina. Like, especially there's one in the, I think, seventh floor. That was so cool.
Yeah, we have a new cafeteria in
Yeah,
Karazin
I
University too.
remember.
Yeah.
yeah, and what do you
Because
think in
Karazina is
general?
totally. Yeah,
And what do you
yeah,
think in general about Ukrainian food? Like, do you like it? Did you enjoy this experience, gastronomic experience?
well, I of course tried all types of Ukrainian food. I like the majority of it. Not my best cuisine, you can say, but I like it. Yeah, it's good. And and salad and yeah, just some special food. Yeah, borscht. I don't like it so much, really. I actually, but it's good. Some people like it. Soup.
Okay, and may I ask you one more question? So, what was the biggest challenge that you had while studying at the Karazin National University? What was the most difficult aspect for you?
Like you can say. I generally forgot all about difficulties, because not like I didn't have a very bad experience or something. But I think the most challenging for the student is to never give up and to continue and to attend his classes. Yeah, forgot about the negative thoughts and just prove himself. Like
Okay.
I never
Yeah.
really had a bad experience in Karazina. Yeah. In Karazina, I never had. Yeah. I heard a lot of students that had bad experience in another universities. I heard a lot of bad stories and like of bad experience with other students. But with me personally, I never had something bad in Karazina. All the
Yeah, thank you.
cafeterias are very nice. All doctors are good in general. Yeah, really. I say the truth.
Yeah, thank you for answering. We asked you not about the best, like the awful experience that you had. We asked you about like challenges, like your personal challenges. For me, I totally agree with you. For me, like the main challenge is also just continue learning because sometimes you can feel burned out a little bit and you don't have your inner desire. You need to recharge your inner battery somehow, and you just feel that okay, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm so tired. I just want to relax. Yeah, so I totally agree for you. I think that it's a common problem for all students when you just need
Mhm.
to relax a little bit, but don't forget about your education and continue learning
Mhm.
everything in the same
And me, I
speed.
used to live. I used to live in Nauchna, like it is very near to university. I can go by walking. That's why also was a good thing. When you live next to your university, it's much better.
Yeah, and by the way, let me ask you one more additional question. What is your favorite place in Kharkiv?
Like my first place in Kharkiv, I think this area of next to Karazin, I favorite. In Nauchna University, there's prom. This this part of city. Also Pushkinska, I like it. Architectura Beketova, also so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it have its a
Center,
special atmosphere, I think. Student atmosphere, maybe.
especially
Yeah,
at Christmas time, it's very wonderful. I never saw this. No, Kharkov really one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I think.
Okay, so I think I can ask you one of the most important question. So we recently talked about theory and practice. So what about practice? How did you manage to find your first job after graduation? I think it's an important question to all of students that study now. Maybe you can
Yes,
give
of
some
course.
advices to how to find job after graduation on your specialty.
Yeah, that's the time when the real challenge start for a medical student. I think after university, the real challenge will start after. Me personally, I after I passed my exam in my original country, I worked as a emergency doctor. I started first approximately 6 months, 7 months. Then I returned back to Ukraine to study specialty. I started early with my specialty. Uh, Actually, I was one of the youngest doctor in my country to be registered in the doctor academy, doctor syndicat, I say.
Oh, I think
Uh,
it's an interesting experience that you're the youngest one.
yeah, I was like 24 years old, and I started and I worked like 6 months maybe as emergency doctor. I learned a lot of like for emergency doctor. We should know about it about like practical how to deal with patient emergency patient, how to refer them, how to stitch wounds, how to deal with all sorts of disease. We should learn about it. Like then I chose to continue my study with ophthalmology, eye disease and surgery, and I returned back to Ukraine and I started with my specialty in Gershman hospital in Pushkinska, like
if
Oh,
it's not a secret, could you please tell us why did you choose this specialty? Because you told that you have already had an experience of working as an emergency doctor. Why did you choose exactly this specialty?
well, first of all, emergency doctor is a need for every doctor to know about it. Like he should have a good experience in emergency stuff, and and it is like the base of medicine. And then I chose ophthalmology. First, my parents encouraged me to this specialty, and because they are very low, a very big need for such specialty. Not you cannot find an ophthalmologist in everywhere or every time you need. I even worked as in refugees camp in special clinics for treating eye disease and prescribing glasses, and also as a general practice also for pediatric also in our country because we have refugees issues also and they need really help and it was one of the best experience in my career working in a refugees camp with and treating patient in refugees.
yeah, so Peter, we have a problem of refugees everywhere now. So, and also I
Yeah.
can approve that ophthalmology is a really needed profession because as a
Mhm.
as a user of contact lenses, I think I can approve this. I can approve this,
Me
yeah.
too. Be my best friend, please, because I also have a lot of problems with my eyes, and sometimes this problem they're just killing me. Yeah, but just bear in mind your story sounds like you can cure almost everything. You worked with children, you worked as an emergency doctor, you also have your specialty. Like,
Okay, I'm not telling you. I still need a lot to learn. I always think myself. Like I still need a lot of practice. I still need a lot to know about. Like it's normal thing to think. But I'm generally active. Yeah. I was always in this atmosphere in hospital. Like I treated like it was my second house. That's how I can adopt with it. Yeah. I even slept in hospital for 3 days, like continuously sometimes. And I was hard on myself a little bit. I can see it, but like it worth it. I can say to everybody, advise it. Like if you were hard on yourself and you put yourself in a hard situation and you make your little bit stressful job, that's all will come back with benefit for every person. Like, and that's how I saw it.
Do you remember your first working day in the Ukrainian hospital? How was it? Was it stressful for you? Were you nervous a little bit because of first time?
Yes, of course, it's not like much, but I try to act. I try to stay calm and always use my medical studies. Even get help from internet. It's not bad. Also, like I can use books. I can when we need to know something exactly. But I was always sure to give all the time for the patient and the proper management for him. I was always sure to stay beside him all time. Like and the way how you treat your patient also is very important.
Okay,
And the way
so
you listen
yeah,
to them.
okay, so sorry
Yeah,
interrupting. Okay, so if I know correctly, you're now in German because of our war. So maybe you have a practice
yes,
in German medical system. Can you a bit compare? Can you
yeah,
a bit share your I think experience of working in Ukrainian hospital, maybe in some practice in German medical systems?
yeah, definitely. Actually, when I left Ukraine, I finished my specialty in Ukraine, and I stayed there. I was practicing surgery with a surgeon.
Oh,
I started a surgery course, and with a surgeon, and I was willing to study to stay more time and practice more surgery. Then the war happened. I was obliged to leave Ukraine. Because I have also permanent residency in Ukraine. Uh, I came to Berlin, and from March I had the opportunity to start a like hospitation contract with a hospital, ophthalmologic hospital for eye disease, and it was like good experience. I learned a lot. I saw different ways, not so different like you can say the results is the same. You can say, but like different equipments, different technology. I saw here in Berlin. But in general, I think in Ukraine was the medical information and the medical doctor's experience is also very good and very high. And I can definitely say for in the treating patients, Ukraine is one of the best hospitals of Ukraine, one of the best hospitals you can really learn how to treat in very efficient way, I can say. Like with surgery stuff here, you can, of course, technology is not much, like little bit more updated and more beautiful, you can say. But in general, the same results, and yeah, that was
okay. So.
regarding yeah.
Mhm. Okay, there's another question that I want you ask as a doctor, as a professional doctor. What do you think about Ukrainian system about that most medicines are given without a recipe, or even if there is a recipe, they're given without it? As I know, in Germany and in EU countries,
Mhm.
it's a bit more stronger regulations about medicines. So there is you need recipe for mostly everyone, a bit hard medicine that can make effect on you. So, what do you think as professional doctor? What system is better? Need Ukraine maybe some changes in this needed to be more stronger system with recipes or no?
That's a very good question, you know. And for me personally, I think that like our object, our goal as a doctor to treat patient, and we should find the simplest way and the easiest way to a patient to get the treatment he need. Yeah, and it's very important to let people make it much easier for them to find their medical drugs or the need of or emergency. Sometimes you need because people not always it's easy, especially in Germany. It's not so easy to visit a doctor in a hospital. You can wait for 10 hours maybe, and nobody will check you because you have a lot of overload work. You can say, yeah. In Ukraine, it was much simpler and much more work efficient. No, I liked more the Ukrainian way. If you can ask me.
Yeah, I also like the Ukrainian way that I can buy some medicine without the needed receipt.
And even in Ukraine, I found a lot of preparat like they use is really have good results, you know, and preparats made in Ukraine maybe or the solution you can find in Ukraine have very good results.
It's nice to hear, because I have also some friends in Germany that maybe some complain the German system about this aspect. So if you talk about
Yes,
another about Germany, as I know, for German doctor, you need to have a C2 level of language. So how you to how maybe you can just share
actually
with
for a
us.
doctor,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. I have now a little bit of I have information about how can a person his diploma recognizing here. Uh, you need, of course, language is the most important thing. Language is the most important thing while you need to communicate. And here you use communication a lot, like not just talking. You should learn how to write emails. You should learn how to take proper, a lot of also paperworks. You understand me?
Yeah.
Is it a
And
special course that can be available only for doctors, or is it a course of general German language?
first I start. I now in general language, like just a general course, Dutch course, and
Mhm.
you need a to niveau B2, like B2 for a doctor to work. And first, you should also make an exam. It's called Fachsprachprüfung. An exam, you should pass it with doctor's order of medicine, in the order of medicine. An exam. All students who studied in outside Europe should do this exam. And a lot of students should do another exams, but because Karazina is known here, like it is recognized here, that's why we do only one exam.
It's a good point, by the way, because you don't need to spare your effort here, you don't need to spare your time to pass the second exam. It's a good point, by the way.
Yeah.
So, can you please share any life hacks on how to learn languages easier? Because, as far as we understood, you also know a lot of languages, like Russian a little bit, English language, your native language, and German language as well,
Yes, and French also.
and
Uh,
Oh.
French. Five
and
languages.
my Russian is good also, like very good. My Russian also. Uh, I think reading reading helps me a lot. Like reading and I try to read medicine also in German language now, and I hear how they practice. There's special groups on Telegram you can find and join the doctors, and you can hear them how they practice together. And there's special course also for especially for this kind of exam. Yeah, like reading and hearing. That's the best. And try to talk, like not be so shy. That's the best way to learn a language.
Okay, and if we speak about life hacks, maybe can you give advice to our viewers and future viewers how to stay healthy? So maybe some.
Oh. I'll stay healthy. For me personally, I drink juice, fresh juice a lot. I have a special juicer. I make all kinds of fruits and vegetables every day, and I drink them as a juice. And I walk a lot. I goes bicycle a lot in Germany. Bicycle is very is always you will need it, and I feel myself very healthy. Uh, yeah, I'd advise everybody to just eat vegetables, fruits a lot, drink a lot of water, and use bicycle, walk, and if they can go to the gym, that will be good also.
Okay, tell me please. I have one more additional question. Should people be afraid of doctors?
Well, no, I don't think so.
Because I know
Well,
a
the
lot of
majority of
people.
doctors like no. I think it's better to trust doctors. Like sometimes they can be annoying. I understand. Sometimes people will wait a lot for them. Sometimes they will find them they didn't took their attention good or something. But in general, we should give trust our doctors and yeah, and like make them more welcome. Not only singers and football players, we should like them the most. Doctors also have a big role in yeah in society, I think.
They are real superheroes, yeah, because they can help you under any circumstances, and actually they will help you to survive in some other cases. Yeah,
Okay,
but you
I
know,
can.
as a person who is afraid of
Mm.
doctors, I can tell you that maybe I'm not especially afraid of doctors, but I'm afraid of pain they can I don't know
Oh.
that can they can produce for me. I'm afraid of this pain, and sometimes I don't want to visit doctors. I have some problems with my teeth, and I'm thinking, okay, I will not visit doctor right now. I will not visit him this week because I'm afraid of pain. I have like an important conversation, and I don't want to
Mm.
look in a strange way with my, cheeks or something like this. When you have dentist operations inside your mouth, something may go wrong.
Uh-huh.
And that's why, yeah, as a person who's afraid of doctors, sometimes it's really difficult to believe that you will not harm me.
Yeah, I totally understand you. Visiting a dentist is not so cool. I feel you. I have, but it's a it will pass. Like it will be a few hours, and you will forget about it, and you will be good.
Yeah, I can approve because of my first, I think, experience of trying contact lenses was very interesting, and
Mm.
with the help of doctor, of course.
About contact lenses, it's the most important thing. Not to sleep in it, not to use
Yeah,
tap water to change with it, and like don't wear it more than six
I,
hours
I,
a day.
I was talking about that it was hard to think to first,
Adapt
To
to it.
yeah,
insert them into
to
your
adapt,
eye.
yes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think need to remind you that we have a question of our viewers. So the question is that, as far as I remember, German government allowed come to Germany with English language without knowing of German language recently. Will this act make you experience easy like a student? So this is a question of our viewer.
I didn't good understand you about the German language. How
I think he's asking about that German government
Mhm.
led to okay, so allowed come with English language without knowing the German. So maybe you hear about this program, maybe you participate in it.
uh,
Is it a
like
problem for everybody or for doctors? Because I also didn't catch your question quite well.
It's not my question, sorry, so I only read it.
Okay. Yeah, I understood that it was a question from our viewers, guys. Please, can you clarify it a little bit more because we didn't catch this question. I think it's a good idea if you don't need to study German language and can just
So can you
like about
communicate
mm,
with.
German language, I can tell you like the government is trying its best to let people. It's really working. Like they do it very good here in Germany. That they give the opportunity of people to learn their language. They will not refuse anybody who want to learn, and they will support everybody who want to learn. They will give them free classes, like as a refugees or and or not so much, not so high fees as they can learn language. And it is very important here. As I told you, you will use it a lot. You will write a lot of emails. You will have a lot of contact. And English, they understand English, but as for professional jobs, and you should learn good language, good Dutch language.
Okay, so I think we can answer this in our second interview. It will be so maybe the finalized question. So what three maybe people, places, or something else associate you with our country, Ukraine?
What are the three associations that you have with Ukraine? Maybe like just adjectives or nouns, like places.
What like what I have relation in Ukraine. I always feel I am related to Ukraine. I always felt it like long time ago, and I still have my apartment in Ukraine. Like my it's my apartment. I wasn't living in rent. I used to have my car, but I think it is lost now. I asked my friend about it. He didn't found it. It's okay, but like I'm so sad what's about what is happening in Ukraine. I feel so angry about it. It's so unfair. Ukrainian people don't deserve what is happening. Like in Ukraine, I never saw hate. You know, I never saw hate. I never saw like Ukraine hating Russian or hating another countries. I didn't. Yeah, they don't deserve what is happening. It's for sure. And yeah, I
Okay.
feel sad what is happening always.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your words. It's very, I think,
It's
clearly
very touchable.
yeah, touchable. Yeah, clearly position. So okay, I
Yeah,
think.
I understand you guys. I don't know how you are working, still working now, and how you are living your normal life. Or I can understand how it's hard for you. You're still in Kharkiv, yes?
Yeah, we are still both
Uh,
in Kharkiv.
we can tell you that we work even more just to support our army, to donate some money to support our economy. So I think it's quite obvious that if you're in Ukraine and if you can do something, you must do it. Otherwise, like nobody will do it for you. Yeah, that's why it's difficult, but still we should do it.
Mm.
But everything will be good. We believe in it, so it will be.
Yeah, one day we will meet each other not in this black squares in Zoom meet, but we will meet each other somewhere in the center of Kharkiv, maybe in our university or something like this. And yeah, we'll have this opportunity one day, I believe, and everybody believe, I think.
Okay, so I think we can. Maybe you have
I think
some.
we have bad connection. The,
Yeah, I think we can
Ah,
finish maybe because we have bad connection. Maybe. So if you have something to say in final words, maybe.
yeah, no worries, Samir. We are super grateful for your interview. We're super grateful for sharing your experience, and we're
yeah,
super pleased that you have only positive emotions about Ukraine, about the Karazin National University, and about the process of your education in general. We
yeah.
wish you all the best, and we want to invite you for one more interview where you will share even more information about the process of recognition of your certificates, of your diplomas, because you're a really interesting person, and you have a lot of information that you can potentially share with somebody, and you're really supportive. Thank you for being yourself.
Thank you, Alexi. Thank you, Daria. I wish you all the best. I wish you will stay safe and take care of yourself and keep it going. Like you are heroes. We are always you.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you,
Thank you
thank you.
as well.
So thank you for our
Okay.
viewers who watch this and meet our next time.
Yeah, see you in our next interview. Thank you, Samir, for
Yeah,
joining.
we can arrange. Yeah.
Bye
Yes.
bye.
Yeah,
Okay. Bye.
thank you. Bye bye.